I put that on my own mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. You can't touch my bag, but you could. I look fly.
Hello, all you beautiful people. How you living? How you feeling? How you doing? Welcome back to my channel. So, as y'all can see by the title of this video, I'm very excited for this video. This is going to be a video about beating procrastination. Okay, if anybody out there is like me, then you struggle constantly with overcoming procrastination. So this video is going to be a bunch of, or not a bunch, but a couple of tricks and tips to kind of overcome that. So if you struggle with beating procrastination and you want to get over it, stay tuned to this video. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so if you keep seeing me look over, it's because I have my laptop over here. Well, let me put that down. But if you keep seeing me look over, it's because I have my laptop over here. So I wrote down, a couple of bullet points of things that I feel like kind of help me beat procrastination and overcome it. That, I don't know, it might help you. So yeah, let's get right into the video. So the first thing I have is a reward system to celebrate the small wins. So I feel like a lot of times it's just hard to start. It's hard to start. So I feel like for me, what kind of helps me is if I reward myself for a small thing. So it's like, say I need to go grocery shopping. The first reward I'll get is getting up out of the bed. I'll reward myself with, I don't know, maybe like a little small snack, a little small treat, something like that. If I'm on my way if I go right to the grocery store, then after I go to the grocery store, hello, all you beautiful people. How you living? How you feeling? How you doing? Welcome back to my channel. So, as you see by the title of the video, this is going to be like a lessons I've learned so far in 2025. This is life lessons, relationship lessons, just lessons in general. Maybe tricks I learned, like tips I've learned, like all the above. It's July right now. It's basically August. And yeah, I'm just going to go over everything that I learned so far in 2025 that might be able to help somebody out there like yourself. So yes, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. All right. So like I said, this is just going to be, I just made like a little bullet point of a couple things that I've learned this year. Some of the things that I know will just be small things that maybe help me with time management. Help me with time management, be it procrastination. So, like I said, someone's relationship. It's just a bunch of things that I've learned that I feel like may be helpful for somebody else out there. Right now I'm chilling in the bed, super comfortable, because one thing I struggle with is just picking up the camera and just recording. Like, I'll come up with the ideas, I'll plan for them, bullet points, I'll do the whole thing, and then I still don't record. So I was laying in bed and I was like, I'm not going to use that as an excuse today. I'm still going to record. So that's what I'm doing. I'm proud of myself. Round of applause real quick. But anyway, without further ado, let's get right into the first lesson, which is going to be setting weekly goals is a game changer. So I feel like when it comes to goals and planning out things, stuff like that, people tell you like big goals, small goals, stuff like that. But I feel like when they say small, I would just be like, okay, like this is what I probably can accomplish in like a month or two. But no, I feel I've learned this year that for me to be the most consistent, weekly goals really help. That way, like, you aren't setting a goal for too far out. So I'll say weekly / daily. So within my weekly goals, I'll also set daily goals as well. And I just found that really helps me to be way more productive than a monthly goal or a year goal or a 3-month goal, a short-term goal, long-term goal, whatever. Weekly goals is the way to go for sure. That has been a game changer. The next thing I have, well, this isn't, I don't think I didn't write this down, but to piggyback off of weekly goals, also having someone to do it with. I feel like an accountability partner always it works extra hard. It just like really gives you that push sometimes that you don't know you need because somebody else reminding you. So me and two of my good girlfriends were actually in a group chat, and every week one of them, because it's usually not me if I'm being honest, but one of them will send out a message with their goals for the week and be like, all right ladies, tell me yours as well. And then it's like, I don't know, once I write that down and I press send, I really try to hit them. And we don't hit every goal that we set all the time, but I would say at least half of them I do. So it's giving me more progress than when I didn't do anything at all. So I really like that. I put that as number one because, like I said, one thing that I really struggle with is being productive, like procrastinating. Like I be like, in my head is so much I want to do and I never do it. So that's really helped. Okay. The next thing I have on my list is that your health is nothing to play with. I feel like this is something that I already knew, but it's something that I'm taking more serious now. So a little backstory, I'm 28. I have one son that was born through C-section. So I don't know, because I felt like a lot of times, you know how people talk about like, oh, I'm getting older, I'm having back problem, I'm having knee problem, I don't know. After I gave birth, like I just feel like all of these things have happened to me. Like I don't know, like the back pain, I be having sweat, like be getting night sweats, and like just so much be happening. And I feel like it's not because of old age. I think the older you get, the less active you are, and that causes the problems that you have going on. So I'm really been trying to like stay on top of just like being active, eating healthy-ish, you get what I'm saying, and just being more considerate of it, because like if you look at me, I don't look overweight, I don't look big, you know, I'm not tiny skinny, but nobody would ever say faith and say fat, you get what I'm saying? But like every time I go to the doctors or anything, and I test my blood pressure through the roof. And one thing that I struggled with throughout my pregnancy was a high blood pressure, and I feel like I ended up having to have a C-section. My theory, I don't know, is because I had to be induced due to my high blood pressure. I was at risk for preeclampsia, and so they thought it would be best to induce me right at my 39th week, which was fine. But I do think, I don't know, something about inductions and C-sections, I feel like they go together too well. So, you know, yeah, moving forward though, I would like to have a vaginal birth, but I'm not pressed. Like I'm okay with a C-section, but I do know that if I was to get pregnant again, and obviously I want to kind of sooner than later, because girls, you know, the girl's getting a little old, then I don't want my blood pressure to be a problem. And like I said, even though I'm not like overweight through the eyes, like my blood pressure is high. And like I feel like just in general, like as the more weight I pick up, like I'm tired more, fatigued, like I have no energy. It's just, I don't like the way it makes me feel. So one thing that really kind of stuck out to me this year is my health. And so I'm letting you know out there, like even if like maybe you don't struggle like high blood pressure or something like that, like I really do think as we get older, the reason why our backs start hurting and our knees start hurting, all these things start happening, is because we aren't as active as we should be. And that don't mean you gotta go to the gym every single day and you can never eat out or anything like that, but I'm doing like small steps. So I'm going on walks, I'm going on runs, but what's most important, I think, is getting your steps in. So whether you go for a walk, go for a run, go to the gym, it's just about keeping your body active, as well as drinking enough water, and then also having a good balance between healthy food and maybe not so healthy food, because I am a big believer in like portion sizes, but I do think like you should be eating in the house more than you're eating out, because it's just so easy to consume so many more calories when you eating out, and every meal just so happens to be 1,000 calories. It's honestly annoying, and we as a society need to do better, but that's another video for another day. But anyway, that was the second thing that I kind of wrote down, like don't play with your health, like for real, because I want to be around to see my grandkids, you get what I'm saying? So that's something that I'm definitely been taking more into consideration, and so should you. The next thing I have on my list is being disciplined is the greatest gift. So honestly, no matter what I say, like all of these goals, lessons, whatever that I'm about to name off, you can do anything that you want, that you put your mind to if you just discipline. And I wish somebody instilled to me how important it was to be disciplined at a younger age, because I really feel like if I was more disciplined, I would be unstoppable right now. Like, if you go on my YouTube video and you see all of these gaps in like my uploads, it's because of that lack of discipline. Like, if I say I'm going to do something, then I need to do it. Being disciplined is your greatest gift. You cannot lose if you discipline. If you know the type of person that you are, your goals, your wants, your needs, everything like that, and you're disciplined, you know, it's no stopping you. It's literally no stopping you. So that's one thing that I'm working on, because I do think I'm a disciplined person, but I'm not nearly as disciplined as I should be. So this is kind of something that I learned last year too. Is like, if you just lock in and stay focused and remain disciplined, you'll literally get everything that your heart desires. Because the only difference between you and somebody who maybe have more money than you, or somebody who is famous or something like that, is they put in more work than you. Now, some people are blessed and don't have to work as hard because of like they're born into, you know, whatever. But for the people who made it and who put on for their family, they just didn't give up. They kept going, and eventually something took off. And that's what I try to tell myself, and why even though you see gaps in my uploads, you still see uploads, because I am trying to be bigger and better than my situation right now. So that's all I'm gonna say on that one. Okay, the next thing I have written down is making time for yourself, because things you like to do is mandatory. I feel like people always say it, but hardly do we really do it like how we're supposed to do it. And something that I learned this year is that you have to, because at least for me, like mentally, you know, I wear a lot of hats. I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a mother, I'm a girlfriend, I'm a fake stepmom, because, you know, technically I'm not married to my boyfriend yet, but, you know, he has a kid. Like, I'm a cousin. You know, it's just, I wear so many hats, and I'm busy all the time. I have 2 jobs. I have like little side hustles that I like to do. Like I said, I'm a mom. That job never ends. Like, you never clock out from that job. You know, I'm really close with my cousin. We like to plan dates. You know, I like to stay in touch with my friends and do something with them at least once, twice a month. Like, my boyfriend, you know, it's also important for us to have quality time without the chaos of everything else. Like, so sometimes I get lost and don't make time for myself, but I realize that mentally, it's just not good for me. Like, I don't like who I am when I'm neglecting myself, because then I kind of get mean and I kind of get bitchy. I'm just being honest. I do. But I feel like that's why you should still, like, you know, I'm not big on like nails and stuff like that, but I feel like for a lot of girls, they're able to kind of get me time by like going to get their nails done, toes done, going to get their lashes done, you know, stuff like that. I don't really do that. So it's like, for me, I would have to be intentional about my alone time. Like, when I work out, for say, like picking up, being active again, that's been good, because that's giving me quality time by myself. As well as just, you know, taking myself out sometimes or something. Like, I don't always have to be with somebody, but I do need to make time for myself, because if not, you lose yourself and you kind of become really unhappy, and nobody wants that. So that's something that I really picked up on, is like, when I'm putting everybody first, it's just not good for me. I don't like who I become. And I would just encourage everybody, like, it's okay to like be the backbone of your family, friends, and, you know, a lot of things going in your life. But it's more important to also make sure that you're good and that you're taking care of yourself and you're doing what needs to be done for you to get that time to feel good and able to help them. You get what I'm saying? So that was just a little something. The next thing I have is that being in a healthy relationship exposes your toxic traits. Now, I feel like I heard this before, but maybe I ain't paying no mind, but like, they did it. Like, being in a healthy relationship really will expose your toxic traits, because like, when you do something and your partner doesn't react in I don't know, like, if they don't invalidate your feelings, they don't put you down, they don't yell, they don't cuss, they don't do any of these things, you have no choice but to look yourself in the mirror like, am I the problem? So I do think, and I feel like, but it's always both parts, because you can be in a healthy relationship, but still need to work on yourself. Like, I feel like we're constantly working on ourselves anyway, but I don't know. I feel like this year it really exposed a lot of the toxic traits that I have that I didn't want to accept. But I mean, that's kind of what happens. I'm trying to think of an example. Okay, I'm one of those. So like I'm a runner, I'm a track star. So like when I get into arguments or like disagreements or anything like that, I'm ready to go. Like I need space. Like I will space all up all day, all week if you get on my nerves or we get into it. And then it also gets to the point where I will be like, okay, well then we don't need to be together. Like if this is such a big issue, then don't be with me. But I had to learn like that's not healthy and that's not good, because nobody is perfect and everybody is different. So like you're going to get into disagreements, you're going to get into arguments, but like for a long-standing, long-lasting relationship, you can't run away all the time, because eventually that'll make your partner feel like you don't really, want to be with them. You don't really like them. You don't really value your relationship. So it was something that I really needed to work on. I need to discuss with myself, because it's like, okay, this isn't good. Like we got into a little argument that really made me feel some type of way, and I was over with the conversation, so I left, or I was over with it, so I just threw out like, don't be with me then. And that's just really not healthy. So I really do think that being in a healthy relationship will expose your toxic traits, but you can still overcome those toxic traits by just taking accountability, accepting it, and trying to grow from it. Because just because I know I have toxic traits don't mean they went away. Like I still am a little bit toxic, but I'm working on it. I'm aware of it, and I'll get better. And the next thing I had on there is, if he wanted to, he would. And I put this on here just because, I feel like I heard it all the time. Like we hear it all the time, but I'm living it now. Like if that man wanted to, he really would. Like ladies, please do not settle. Like I was never going to settle, no way. But I think I was coming to a point where it was like, are men capable of certain things? Like I do feel like I was kind of questioning a little bit of that. Like is it possible for a man to be XYZ? But I feel like being in this relationship is really, especially this year, has really shown me like, do not settle. Like if he wanted to, he really would. Like I've never been in a relationship with someone so considerate, emotionally intelligent, just cares about me so deeply, so sure about me, and just go out his way to prove that. Like if I say I have an issue with something, he's working on it. It's not fixed right away, because people, we aren't robots. Like it takes time. Like we're human, we still make mistakes, we still repeat bad habits, but like he put in the effort to make me know, like, I'm so sorry I made you feel that way, that wasn't my intentions, I'll do better. Like he's super affectionate, always just showing me that love. Like it's the small gestures that he do just to give me reassurance and validation that I'm like, oh yeah, no, they were not lying. If that man wanted to, he really would. And I'm just like incredibly blessed and grateful to be experiencing that type of relationship that I am now, because it's really amazing. Like, so I'm putting this in here because I know I'm sure you've heard it before. I've heard it plenty of times, but I'm putting this in there to let you know, like, baby, if he wanted to or if she wanted to, they really would. Like, really would. The next thing I have is continue to date your partner. It keeps that butterfly feeling coming back months in. And I put that because like my partner, he's really big on date at least having like a date day or date night at least like once a week. And I always told him, like, we don't have to do it that consistently, maybe once a month, maybe whatever, because life get busy, people get busy, whatever. But I do think that it's important to make time for your partner, because like sometimes when you're going through a hard time, because okay, people always say like after you get out of the honeymoon phase, you see the real person or whatever. So me and my man, we were in a honeymoon phase where I feel like a good little while, right? And when we finally got out of it, I was like, I don't know, like, what I'm saying, everything's starting to look a little different. Like everything was rainbows and sunshine, then stuff started turning black. I don't know, like it got a little crazy. And I would think back like, dang, like I was really just in love with him. Like now he getting on my nerves every day. Like what's going on? Like people was serious about this honeymoon phase going away. And then it came back, y'all. It's crazy, right? But it really came back. It really did. And I think it came back because continued effort, continuing to date, continuing to have those tough conversations, continuing to work together, be on the same team, and work out your differences, come to a compromise, come to a solution, keep reminding yourself why you're in a relationship in the first place. And I really do think that helped us overcome it and go into another honeymoon phase. I guess we got married again. I really don't know, but experiencing that made me feel like, okay, even if we have like a hard time again, or like we get out of this honeymoon phase again, it'll come back. Okay, and the last thing I have on my list, things that's really have helped me, or lessons that I've learned this year, is to celebrate the small wins. Like honestly, life is too short but also too long, and it's so much going on for you not to celebrate the small wins. Like I don't care, I could have a good day. Like I could like not eat out all day and I'm celebrating. Like I could convince myself to go out and go on a 10-minute walk. I'm celebrating. My son behaving at school even though he should behave at school, I'm celebrating. Like no matter how small it, like I got up and I didn't clean the whole house, but I cleaned one room, I'm celebrating. Like this year has just really taught me and showed me like, man, and I feel like it also helped you to be more productive and everything like that, because it's like if I'm celebrating every single small thing, it's going to keep encouraging me to do more. It's going to keep encouraging me to get up, go out, do all of these other things. So it's just like, I feel like a lot of times we're very hard on ourselves, and society is very hard on us, but it shouldn't be like that. Like, I just want to be happy, and I just want to be productive, and I just want to make something of my family for myself. So, yeah. That pretty much wraps up all the little lessons that I have so far that has really helped me. And hopefully if you're watching this video, it's something that helps you as well. Maybe you can relate on me on some of the things that I've talked about, or maybe it can help you start doing it, etc. But I just hope that you got something from this video, because I actually did kind of enjoy making it. It's a little different than stuff that I do usually. I used to do like trying hauls or vlogs, but this was just like a cool sit down video and I really enjoyed it. So comment down below and let me know what y'all thought of it and how y'all feel about all of the different lessons that I've discussed in this video today. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you all in the next video. Mwah! Peace.